Hi, I'm James McDonald. I'm the Portfolio Manager of the High Conviction Equities Fund. Today I'd like to speak to you about the medical diagnostic industry and the largest holding in the company PhotoCure, which has been a wonderful performer for us over the last 2 years. We like medical diagnostic companies because it's a lower risk way of investing in the healthcare sector than many drug companies. The reason for that is the clinical trials required to bring a diagnostic to market are much quicker and cheaper to run than the trials required to bring a drug to treat an illness. For instance, in a cancer trial, you might have to run a trial for 5 years, whereas a diagnostics trial might take 1 year. So it is an attractive place to look, and this was a particular undiscovered company that we picked up 2 years ago. PhotoCure makes a diagnostic for bladder cancer. The main product is called Cysview, which is injected into the bladder, and the liquid is absorbed selectively by cancer tissue and glows pink when it's illuminated with a light source. This allows a surgeon to remove the bladder cancer, which is really important because bladder cancer has a very high rate of recurrence, about 60% within 1 year. So it really is important to cut it all out, and that in turn reduces the risk of the cancer developing further. The business model for the company is very similar to the razor and razor blade business model, which we all know is a wonderful business. You initially sell a low margin razor, and then you sell many years of high margin razor blades. In the case of PhotoCure, the razor costs about $80,000, which is the light source. In fact, in this case, made by another company called Karl Storz. And the razor blade is the liquid, which costs about $1,000. The company's been very successful in Europe. However, it hasn't economically benefited the company so much because it uses a distribution partner there who takes much of the revenue and profits. However, subsequently the product has been launched in the US, where PhotoCure has its own sales force. So to the extent it's successful in the US, it will be really transformational for the revenue and profits of the company. Currently in the US, the PhotoCure has about 2% penetration of its market. It's a big market, potentially $1.3 billion. In Europe, the penetration has already reached 30% in Germany, up to 80% in Scandinavia. So we think there's a really sizable opportunity ahead for the company. It's still very attractively valued, in my view, $200 million market value. Next year, the revenue for the company should be about $35 million. But as I mentioned, there's this $1.3 billion market opportunity ahead. The other good piece of news is that over the last year, the company's really managed to increase the number of razors it has in the market. It now covers about half of the major urology centres in the US, which should put it stand in very good place to see rapid acceleration in the growth of its liquid razor blades. Next time I meet with you in a month's time, I'll spend some time discussing another medical diagnostic company in the portfolio.